Financial inclusion is a big priority in the countries where we conducted our research. Bangladesh, India, Indonesia, and Uganda have invested in digital public infrastructure that enables service providers to reach the last mile. The initial hurdles of mobile phone penetration, connectivity, and authentication have been considerably reduced to ensure that people can make basic transactions wherever they are. Even something as simple as an ATM is transformational for vulnerable groups who were hitherto cut off from the banking system because of their location, gender, or physical ability.
2-3 വർഷം ഞാൻ ബാങ്കിൽ പോയിട്ടേ ഇല്ല. ഈ ATM പരിപാടിയെല്ലാം വന്നുകൊണ്ട് ഇപ്പൊ ഈ പറഞ്ഞ മൊബൈലെല്ലാം വരുമല്ലോ, പൈസ കയറി പറയും, അതുകൊണ്ട് പിന്നെ വിഷയമല്ല.
But a staggering number of people don't use their bank accounts actively. In 2021, 76% of the world's adult population owned a bank account, but only 39% of them used it to store money, with the figures being lower in developing countries. This is almost peculiar because the digital experience has been remarkably simplified in Bangladesh, Uganda, and wherever else we went. If convenience is not the only deciding factor, what else is? In this episode, we will cover a range of stories to understand what influences people's financial choices to think more imaginatively about the next phase of digital services. What can we do to ensure that their relationship with the system thickens over time? Digital financial services, or DFS, are instrumental in delivering social protection schemes. They reduce the risk of leakages and corruption, with the money reaching the right person at the right time. Take Reham, for example. She is a 40-year-old homemaker and seasonal worker in rural Bangladesh. She has 2 mobile accounts through which she receives state allowances for herself and her school-going son. Her elder child also sends her remittances from Dhaka, but Reham prefers to collect it from a local agent instead of using her digital wallet. She thinks her allowances will be discontinued if she uses her account too frequently. It's a mix of fear and poor literacy. We need to take an intersectional approach to understand the social and psychological barriers that inhibit people like Reham from interacting with the formal sector. Most others can comfortably manage their day-to-day transactions digitally. They may also go a step further and link their wallets to other platforms where they can set up a side hustle or get new gigs to supplement their income. In fact, some of our respondents in Indonesia discovered digital finance because of online gaming and gambling.
Jawab asal bikin gini kan pertanyaan ini, jawabnya A atau B gitu aja.
But there is an invisible threshold here. We have observed how people don't use digital financial services further to manage and increase their savings for several reasons, culture being one of them. In Uganda, for example, many people prefer investing in livestock. Goats, sheep, and cattle are considered assets that can be sold later to cover large expenses. It is the same with bullion in many Asian countries. Women in particular buy gold to avoid squandering away their windfalls. But DFS certainly has an edge over the other options in terms of affordability. Yudha owns a small mom-and-pop store in Makassar, South Sulawesi. He used to save his money in a green teapot at home because his bank charges a maintenance fee of 10,000 rupiah every month. He is thinking of switching to a digital wallet because it is free. This is the case in other countries too. The digital public infrastructure in Bangladesh, India, Indonesia, and Uganda, with its open APIs, encouraged innovation and healthy competition among service providers, ultimately benefiting the end users by lowering costs. Insurance can help structure finances in a way that acknowledges and mitigates risks from unexpected shocks. Microinsurance is a relatively new concept in Uganda, but it has already proved advantageous to the few who have tried it. Ajaga, a Boda Boda rider from Wakiso, injured himself in an accident. His hospital bill of 80,000 shillings was covered immediately after his discharge in 3 days. But financial literacy is a major challenge. In India, most clients are offered insurance upfront when they open their bank account, but they may not know how to evaluate their options and choose well. Zaid is a 21-year-old migrant worker in the coastal town of Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. His agent is talking about bundled insurance here.
1 second. So deposit amount 500 deposit है ना, तो हमारे का 5 लाख इंश्योरेंस है।
100 रुपीज़ अकाउंट
100 रुपीज़ के अकाउंट का 50 रुपीज़ चार्ज है ना, 50 रुपीज़
2 लाख
1 लाख डिपॉजिट है ना।
But Zaid thought he was being offered a loan.
कुछ मनी 500 बोला थे जमा करने से 5 लाख से ऐसा कुछ ये 500 इसमें मतलब परमानेंट रखने से खाते पे कुछ 5 लाख ऐसे कुछ पेमेंट बोल रहे थे आएगा आपको।
अच्छा, तो वो पेमेंट क्या होता है?
लोन बता रहे थे, बोले थे लोन आएगा आपको इस पे।
It is therefore incumbent upon agents to educate their clients, and the more relatable they make their information, the better, as Jana does. Jana is a 43-year-old peanut farmer in rural Goa, South Sulawesi, who also works as a government instructor. She offers information about money management and insurance in her regular sessions with the community as a hedge against poor or unpredictable harvest. This helps people see how DFS are relevant to them in their context. Having access to credit and capital through loans is crucial to financial growth too. In Uganda, several mobile network operators offer instant and accessible credit. But in most countries, trust and communication are an impediment when the fine print is too fine and the users can't be sure of what they are signing up for, even if they are helped by an agent. The credit scoring criteria also tends to be inappropriate. Lilik is a 33-year-old factory worker in rural Lamongan in East Java. Her income tends to fluctuate based on the supply of fish. It can drop below 1 million rupiah sometimes, while the lending service requires a minimum of 3 million rupiah. All the 4 countries have thriving community credit systems. This is Durga, a 48-year-old manual laborer from a tribal community in Wayanad, Kerala. She has taken a loan from her neighborhood group and also buys necessities and credit from local shopkeepers.
അവിടെ ആരൊക്കെയുള്ള അയൽക്കൂട്ടത്തില്?
അയൽക്കൂട്ടത്തിൽ എല്ലാം ചേച്ചിമാരുണ്ട്. ഇത് അടയ്ക്കാൻ പൈസ ഇല്ലാത്തത്
പോക്കില്ല അല്ലേ? ആ,
അവർ പറയുന്നുണ്ട്.
വേറെ ബാങ്കിൽ നിന്ന് എങ്ങനെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ചെയ്യാൻ പോയിട്ടുണ്ടോ? ഇങ്ങനെ ലോണോ ഇൻഷുറൻസ് അങ്ങനെ വായ്പ അങ്ങനെ ഒന്നും എടുത്തിട്ടില്ല. പേടിയാണ്.
Savings, insurance, and credit are definitely a priority for people like Durga, but we need to empathize with their context to ensure the next chapter of DFS is a success too. There is also a parallel need to strengthen regulatory frameworks to ensure that digital finance remains inclusive and safe as it expands. To get to a future where people like Lilik, Zaid, and Reham can meet their aspirations with greater ease.